going on, guys? It is after 4 o'clock. It's 4:30. I actually been up. I got up this morning and did some work. Took a nap. Got up later. Did some more work. Now I'm walking to the store to get my fruit for the ones I'm gonna make tomorrow on live. So I'm gonna take you guys with me. Alright, so I'm at Compare Foods and I think I chose a good day to come because I know I'm getting green apples. I think I'm gonna do one wine with green apples and pears, or green apple and peach. And the green apples are on sale for $1.99. So, and they actually don't look too bad. So let's go ahead and get those. Okay, so I got 1.5 pounds of green apples, and now I'm looking for peaches to go with the apples. And I don't think they have peaches. They do, but there's people standing in front of them. So, do they have pears? They have grapefruit. I was gonna do something with the grapefruit at one point. But now that I've started blending, I don't know if I want to just do straight fruit. Hold on a moment. Alright, so they're done doing whatever they were doing in front of the peaches, so let's take a look at them. Alright, so the peaches are $1.49 a pound. Alright, so I think I'm gonna get a pound and a half of those as well to go with the apples. Alright, so I'm looking at these pomegranates. But I'm not paying $5.99 per pomegranate. You need a couple pomegranates to get a pound and a half. So I was thinking like a pomegranate lime. Alright, so that's one wine. The pear, or the peach, apple peach. I don't see anything else over here. Thought about doing a pineapple mango, but their mangoes are kind of expensive from what I can see. You can see $2.99 per mango. They got papayas for $1.99 a pound. Oh, the mangoes are $4 for $5. They're fresh mangoes, so I could do that. And then their pineapple, their fresh pineapples are $4.99 per pineapple. I think I only need one. Let me go check out their frozen fruit. Alright, so as I'm rounding the corner, I see this here. Moving out people way. So basically this is fruit that's at the end of its life cycle that they are trying to get rid of. So not the best quality fruit, but cheap fruit. I'll throw that orange and that orange away, and this is still enough fruit for me to, and we'll do an orange mango. So that's what we're gonna go with. So I can go ahead and get out of here. Alright, y'all, so it's about to be 5 o'clock. I forgot I did not record anything earlier in the day, but I've been up cleaning and getting ready for my live event that's about to happen on TikTok in a few minutes. So I'm about to go ahead and finish that, and you guys will see the 3 videos that's going to come out of that live later this week. Alright, so it's Tuesday morning. I'm getting ready for work. And I was doing my homework last night, and I was just finishing up what I did do anyway. And I noticed that my head was really starting to hurt. And at the time, I didn't really understand why. And I was like, this can't be happening, because I did not want to call out, because I don't want to get terminated, especially so close to me to take leave anyway. If I had to call out, I would have been forced to take a 3-day leave and go to the doctor and all that crap just to save my job. So I didn't want to go through all that. So I went ahead and pushed through, went to bed, and determined to go to work today. And lo and behold, just as I rolled over to go to sleep, this storm came in. So it's crazy that when you're dealing with these neurological issues, you can really tell when a storm is coming through. Because I had not been paying attention to the news or the weather. Had no idea that it was supposed to be raining last night. But my body told me that the storm was coming through. And before I realized it was a storm coming through, I heard some noise. Sounded like it was coming from upstairs, and it sounded like furniture was moving. And so the first time I heard it, I didn't pay any attention to it, but then it kept happening, and I was like, no, that's not them moving furniture upstairs. That's thunder and lightning outside inside. And so I rolled over and looked at my phone, and sure enough, it said there was thunder in the area, and it pretty much said it was going to rain all night. And the longer I laid there, the more I heard rain outside, and the more my head hurt. But as the storm passed throughout the night, I just felt the pressure easing up. And the more I lay there, the more I realized it was like, it just made more sense that throughout the night, even as I'm just sitting there, I was doing a little bit more yesterday. Yesterday I did the wines, but usually when storms are rolling through, my shoulders and neck hurt. And I was wondering why I was just beginning to become so exhausted just from filtering those wines and making it 2 new wines. And usually that's what happens when a storm is up close in the area, is that my body just becomes, at least my upper body just becomes so exhausted, almost for no reason. So that was my night. Hope you guys had a better night. Alright. So we're gonna lift the siphon up off the bottom. And we're gonna start pumping. And I'm wasting wine all over the dang on place. Wine is getting everywhere. I'm definitely trying a new method this time. This is why it is not working out for me. Oh my goodness. So it is Thursday. The week has gotten away from me. I don't even remember where I left off. I know that I was supposed to be recording. I was actually on live Monday night doing the filtering of the wines. And that was a shit show. I think I'm going to insert some clips so y'all can see how much of a shit show it ended up being. And then yesterday I was so busy, yesterday I was so busy focused on short content that I forgot to come back and update y'all. But the week is almost over. Only got today and tomorrow left for work. And of course, since I'm in my last few days of work, people have gotten beside themselves. Tuesday I had to hang up on a guy because he cussed me out, made it very personal, called me stupid 2 or 3 times, told me to shut up just as many times, and each time he cussed me out, I gave him a warning. And on the 3rd time he cussed me out, I hung up on him. Yesterday I had a guy who emails was bouncing back because he has his own email server. And he somehow messed it up. And he's trying to blame it on the company I work for. Trying to say it's something within our router that we grew up, the company provided help, and we need to fix it. I knew it wasn't the router, but I reached out to the support team to verify it. They was like, no, he needs to contact his email service provider since it's not us, and they need to fix his DNS settings. So I'll go back and tell him that, and he actually called me stupid as well, and told me he needs to talk to somebody higher than me. Absolutely. Go ahead and talk to the supervisor. And then the last one wasn't as bad, but they messed up their router settings. They was actually in the router when they called, which they should be. But these IT people, they have figured out the back-end login information. Not even the actual login information, but like the default login information to routers that used to work a long time ago. That ISPs have not changed to some of their routers, and they still work, and they were able to get into the router. So of course it was in the router when they got to me, and so when they was asking me to put the router in bridge mode, I couldn't get into it, and of course they have features on the account that needs to be taken off in order for me to bridge the router, and so I had to take those features off. And meanwhile, I'm trying to let the system realize that they have logged out of the router and it's not working. And at the same time, I'm having issues taking the features off. So eventually I get the features off and the system's still not letting me into the router. So I had to call up to the support team. They see that on their end it looks like I got into the router, but I didn't. So I reset the router once. It still looked like I was in the router. The support team reset the router. and they was finally able to get into the router to reset the, basically put the router in bridge mode. Get the router into bridge mode. Now I'm on the phone for another 20 minutes. I missed my bus coming home while I wait for them, because they want to make sure that they can do what they need to do on their end before they get off the phone. Which honestly I didn't mind, because I'd rather stay on the phone with you to make sure everything is cool than to have you call back in and hit my FCR. Has this been a normal month? But because I'm only going to be there for 4 days this month, let me go. Because if you hit my FCR this month, it really don't matter to me this month anyway, because this is not a normal month. I'm not going to be there enough staff hours. I'm not going to be have enough qualifying calls for the month for it to be a regular month anyway. So at the end of the day, my stats this month don't count. So let me off the phone. So it was a mute point for me to even be there. Only thing that the 20 minutes overtime, only thing the 20 minutes extra count towards is overtime, because today is the end of the pay period. That's the only thing that it helped for. But other than that, let me go. But let me finish getting ready for work, and I'll get back with y'all later. Alright, so I'm up the street from the job now, and I must say that after leaving the house and on the ride to work, on the bus ride, my mood really shifted. And I think it's a combination of things. I don't want to be here. The weather's gloomy. I'm not feeling well. Just my overall mood has shifted since the last clip. But I'm gonna make the best of it, because I only got today and tomorrow, so I'm definitely not gonna call out, because at this point it don't make no sense. So I'm gonna go ahead and push through, and I'm gonna check in with y'all later on. This is exactly why the doctor does not want me to be by myself next week after surgery, because as of right now, I have absolutely no energy. I have no appetite, and if it was up to me, I'll be at home under the cover in the dark, not eating, probably on my way back to sleep. That's just the way I feel right now. And I know after the surgery, the same feeling will be worse. So this is why they want me to be under 24 hours of supervision for at least the first 7 days after surgery. Because if I have no energy now, on medication is only going to be worse. And I can't even say it's the walk that drained me, because I don't feel this way every day after walking to work. A lot of days I have a lot of energy after walking in, doing that mile walk. I think part of it is that my body has been trying to wake up every day, a little bit earlier every day, in preparation of being at my mom's house after surgery. Well, actually starting Monday before surgery, because my stepdad gets up early, and if I'm gonna be sleeping in the living room, they're gonna be waking me up, and then just having those extra people moving around the house, they're still gonna be moving, living their normal lives. So I'm gonna have to get up and get out of their way. Oh, excuse me. Even as the kids are getting up and going to daycare and stuff, so and I know me personally, just Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, before I go out there, I do want to try to get up and put in some miles. I haven't put in any real miles in a while. So I'm gonna try to put in some miles before I go under anesthesia, just to help prepare my body. And then as I gain my strength after surgery, slowly start to put in miles again. Start with like a half mile, maybe a week or two after surgery. Once I'm back in my own space, and then gradually increase by the time I go back to work. Be back up to 3 miles. The gym is literally right around the corner from my house, right next to Food Lion. So I'll start by walking over there and getting in my workout. Maybe within a week, no more than 2 weeks after being back home, I'll come up with some sort of routine, but definitely no more than 2 weeks before going back to work out. Make sure that I'm into some sort of workout routine and try to adjust my schedule so that at least 3 days a week I'm going to the gym. I know it's going to be very hard with me being on the bus, but once I'm back at work, it shouldn't be long before I have my car back up and running. So, but it's almost time for me to punch this clock. So I'm gonna get at y'all later. Well, y'all, I made it. And my emotions have been all over the place since yesterday. Of course, I didn't want to go to work this morning, but I got up and made myself go. And for some reason, I have been an emotional roller coaster. But I'm going to try to just enjoy these next few days to try to get some rest. Definitely get some rest. Decompress before going to surgery. Alright, so it's Saturday morning. It's just before 9 o'clock. It's about 8:40. I've been up since about 6:30. Fortunately, when your body is used to getting up at a certain time, even when you turn your alarm clock off, it tends to wake up on its own. I actually made sure that I turned off my alarm clock and my body still woke up. So I've been up since what is normally my normal time to get up. So I just took Milo out. Now we're having breakfast. Well, he's having breakfast. I'm waiting for mine to finish in the microwave. And then I'm gonna finish up my chores around the house so that I can be ready to go on Monday when my mom comes to pick me up. I don't have much to do around here because I've been pretty much keeping the house clean for the most part. But yeah, medical leave starts today, pretty much. So I am going to check in with you guys in a little bit. Alexa, make bedroom lights 50%.
Okay.
Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and wrap up this week's vlog. I was actually hoping to give you guys more content today, but I did what my body told me to do. I actually rested today. And I think one way I knew that I needed to rest is that after I made breakfast this morning, I just felt like I just needed to lay down, and that's really all I did. I didn't do any of my chores today, so tomorrow is going to be pretty busy. Pretty busy in the sense that I need to wrap up the last of the chores around the house, and I got to pack my suitcase still. Make sure that I got everything that I need for the hospital, as well as everything I need for I'm gonna pack for about 2 weeks, just in case I end up staying at my family house longer. than initially planned, because I'm already going to be there a day longer than what we were initially discussed. I wasn't supposed to go out there until Tuesday, but I'm already going out there on Monday, and I think I'm going to be out there until my 1 week follow up, which is going to be Thursday of next week. And to me, it just makes sense to come home um, at that time, because they have to bring me to my doctor's office, which is closer to my house than it is to their house. So since they got to bring me all the way down here for my follow up, and I won't have to go back to the doctor until my 3 week follow up. I don't want to have to go back out there, and then a few days later they bring me back down here. So I'm just planning on just coming home after the doctor, after the 1 week follow up. Of course, that's if I'm feeling strong enough to be by myself, and I'm thinking I'll be okay. Plus, with me still having migraines, and there is I'm a 3-year-old and a 3-month-old in the house, and plus with them two alone, I think that's just going to be a little bit more noise than what I am able to handle on an everyday basis. And then there's gonna be 2 big dogs, my dog, and then my sister and I has a golden doodle, and then the Chihuahua. The Chihuahua, he stays in hiding more than anything, so he's not gonna be an issue. But my dog alone with the 7-year-old can be a bit much for me at times. So now having a 1-year-old golden doodle plus my dog with the 7-year-old and a 3-year-old, I think it's just going to be a bit more than what I can handle on an everyday basis. So I think staying out there for almost for about a week and a half is just going to be my limit. So I think I'm just planning on coming home after that Thursday morning after my doctor's appointment. So that's what I'm going to pack for tomorrow. Of course, I'll take a few more sets of clothes or whatever, just for emergency purposes, and just in case they try to talk me into staying a little bit longer. But mentally, that's what I'm preparing for. Plus, when you are almost 45 years old and you're used to having your own space, you be kind of just anxious to get back to your own space as soon as possible. So that's where I'm at with things. But I'm gonna go ahead and close this week's vlog out. I hope this has been a better vlog for you guys, and I hope next week's vlog is a bit more exciting for you guys, and I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys again in the next video.